You have a lawyer today, Mr. Mays. Stop. No, I'm going to give you time. We're going to go give you time to hire a lawyer. And the next time you come in shorts, are you flipping me off? If you ever do that again, I'm going to hold you in contempt. And if the next time you come here in shorts, it's going to go really bad for you. I'm this close to hold you in contempt because of what you just did. I don't believe you. Go. Literally just flip me off. Mr. Gaunt, you're charged with another DWI.
Yes, sir.
You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On May 11th, around 2:25 in the morning, officer in Harris County observed a motor vehicle going 45 in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Officer conducted a traffic stop on the vehicle, and the defendant, the driver, had an odor of alcoholic beverage, watery, bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and was swaying, stumbling, and using the car for support. The defendant admitted to drinking 3 Miller Lights. SFSTs were attempted. The defendant refused to follow on HGN and stumbled at the starting position of the walk and turn, leaning on the patrol unit, and then refused and said just to take him to jail, and then later declined a breath sample, so a blood search warrant was executed and blood was drawn.
Does he have a license to drive?
He does, Judge. I'm checking his eligibility now.
Please. Mr. Gaunt, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You have 2 dismissed DWIs. You're now charged with yet another DWI. I'm now giving you 2 devices. You will now get a portable device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. And I'm ordering you to obtain an interlock device on your car. You are not allowed to drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock. We send notice to DPS in Austin so that every police officer in this state knows if you are driving a car, that car doesn't have an interlock, they're going to take you to jail. And then I will revoke your bond and make it very high. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, but if you don't, you better address it, because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you and you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand? We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We will have you take to the jury box so we get all your paperwork. Don't consume alcohol. Don't use anything that has alcohol in it. Mouthwash, tequila lollipops, hair dyes. I don't care. You will go to jail. Come on. Hi, Mr. Kim. What say you on the bond?
So I would be opposed. I spoke with the Manny jurisdiction. She's wanted for 3 counts. 1, money laundering. 2nd is a theft of $592,000, and 3rd is
$592,000.
well, and I'll clarify because I imagine you want to in a second. And the 3rd is criminal conspiracy for money laundering. So with a co-defendant and multiple others, there have been 2 already arrested in connection with this, and there's a 3rd on the run right now. But there was a wire fraud from the redirected from the city of Brooklyn. So it's a city that was stolen from, to a construction group where $94,100 was redirected to her personal account connected with this defendant, who is the sole owner of that account. And then they connected her using her personal disbursements. But this was over the course of 3 months, and it was a federal investigation that helped secure this.
So yeah, I was just about to ask.
Well, so it's under, as right now, they haven't charged her, but they do want to talk with her. And once, one way or the other, she returns to New Jersey, and I'm allowed to disclose that because they're concerned that this court might give her a bond. She has refused. Being upfront, she doesn't have any other history. She doesn't have any other bond forfeitures, but it is a massive amount connected with at least 3 others. They believe there are other accomplices. They just haven't identified them yet. So.
What was the last name again, Val?
Yakuba.
Yakuba.
I'm trying to do it if I may respond. So.
Hold on. Can I bring him out so they can hear it?
Oh, yes.
Guys, can you bring out Yakuba, please?
Were you able to get an answer?
She had a Nigerian passport. Oh, she is not back for years.
But she has passports. Oh, it's expired. Okay. So she's a dual citizen. That was another of the concerns that she was going to figure out.
Obviously, right? I mean, That, which passport is that one?
This is the United States passport. Now, it said that Nigeria was expired. She has not been added to the state of Texas.
I'm still gonna want that one. If I set a bond, I'm gonna want both. If she's a dual citizenship, then she can take one and not, you know?
You know about the bond rule, cases, right? Oh, so much. That's a lot of jurisdictions, so it's so mad.
Val, I'm telling you, if I do, it's gonna be real significant.
I understand. There's definitely some things going on.
So it's out of New Jersey?
Yeah.
Are you gonna help her out over there?
I don't know. If it goes federal, I can. I'm not licensed in New Jersey State.
Well, sure. Come up, ma'am. Good morning. You are Miss, is it Yakubu?
Good morning.
You're Miss Yakubu.
Yes.
Ma'am, you are wanted out of the state of New Jersey.
Yes, Judge, for one count of money laundering, one count of theft of over $592,000, and a third count of criminal conspiracy for money laundering.
Your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond. I don't know, Miss Yakubu, you know, my problem is are you going to go back to the jurisdiction? Because I understand everybody tells me they are, but when there's more at risk, there's the more chance of a flight, and that's what we don't want. My main concern is that you go back to New Jersey and answer the charges for what you're wanted for. So what is your, what do you
Position
think?
is no bond. I spoke with the detective sergeant in New Jersey, and he has considerable concern for her flight risk due to the massive amount of money, the fact that it was stolen from a city versus an individual, and the fact that she is a dual citizen with a valid passport. This was a investigation over the course of 3 months during COVID times, where it was a wire transfer fraud from, or an ACH wire fraud that was with at least 2 co-conspirators or potentially more.
That's that old. We're talking 2021.
2022.
If I may briefly respond, Your Honor, the initial, I was able to do some research on this. The initial wire transfer went to a construction company, WAI Construction Company, for an account in a Wood Forest National Bank, for which my client is not a sign on or does not know that campus. Okay. Subsequent to that, there is a transfer of money in the amount of, I think, $94,100 in the checks that there is for a backhoe. That was subsequently deposited into a Chase account. They're claiming that my client had some connection to that account, or the account was in her name. When speaking with my client, the only account that I am aware of that she had was the federal credit union account that was in her name. Now, the other individual that they are looking for discovered through the, discovered that he's in Nigeria, and there are actually charges filed against him in Lagos, Nigeria as well, and they showed that today. So my client has not been out of the state of Texas since before 2014. So over 10 years, she's not left the state of Texas. She has an 18-year-old daughter that's getting ready to graduate next week from high school. She has an older daughter who's in the military, serves in the United States Army. She has a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old at home. Certainly, the court's concerned to be willing to forfeit any passports, valid or invalid. And we would request certain bond conditions that would include a monitor, because her intent, according to her daughter and speaking with my client, was willing to cooperate with law enforcement. I've already gathered some materials. She's more than willing to sit down and tell them everything that she knows, because as you can imagine, there's at least one account that appears to have been created in her name, for which she had no knowledge.
What happened to the alleged co-conspirators?
There's 2 that's arrested. The third is on the run, and they believe that there are additional ones, but obviously they can't identify them at the time, or they're at least not disclosing to me.
So one is in Nigeria, you're saying?
That's the first I've heard of it. So I know 2 other ones down the line, they have been arrested, or they've been charged, sorry, I'm not sure if they're arrested, but I know they've been charged, so.
Right, and so the signer on that Blue Force account for the initial monies went to, the signer had initials RR that was in the report, not come to discover that's the alias of the man who was wanted in Nigeria and is supposedly.
Hold on. Hey, Deputy Williams, him in the jury box. Mr. Torres goes in the jury box. Okay, sorry.
Supposedly those are the initials, the alias of the guy that's on the run in Nigeria. And I know it's got nothing to do with.
Yeah, I get it.
I've heard about the Chase account. I don't obviously know the veracity in terms of her being set up allegedly by another individual for a new account. All I have is the account that I know that was pulled from.
So, I mean, if we pull the Nigerian passport, we've got both passports. I don't have any flight risk history,
No.
no prior charges.
Right.
I'm amenable to setting a bond, but it's going to be high. I mean, it's going to be, you know, at like $50,000, you know?
No, I know.
So there's several ways that we can do this, ma'am. So if you waive extradition, we give New Jersey 14 days to come pick you up. If they don't pick you up within the 14 days, Harris County will release you. However, that warrant will remain active, and it's always going to remain active from New Jersey until you go turn yourself in or post bond in that jurisdiction. If you want to elect to post bond here, you can, but we give you also 14 days to go turn yourself in to New Jersey. If you fail to do that, I will revoke the bond here. I will set it at 0. I will not give you another one, and I'm going to issue a nationwide warrant for you. At some point, we're going to get you because you can't run forever. And if we get you, the next time I will hold you. I'm not going to give you another bond, and I will hold you until New Jersey comes and gets you. So you need to make a decision on what you want to do. If you refuse everything, which is your right, at that point, Mr. Kim here will go get a governor's warrant from the state of New Jersey, forcing your removal back to that jurisdiction. Those are the 3 options that you have. You don't need to make a decision now. I'd like you to talk to your lawyer and then you make a decision. If you do want to post bond here, though, I will require your surrender of the Nigerian passport prior to me setting the bond. So it looks like he already has the United States passport. Once we get the other one, we will take them, put them in our registry, and at that point, we could set you a bond. So you talk with Val here, and then you make a decision on what you guys want to do, and just let me know.
I'll stand down. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, all right. Good morning, Mr. Crockett. How's jail? Great. That makes me very happy. Extremely happy. The worse it is, the more you'll think twice about endangering our public. That's the only thing we ask for. You know, I would say, I mean, I would venture a guess, 90% of the people who are locked up now because they have no freaking self-control. And if I could use other words, I would, at the expense of everybody's sensibilities, but 90% of the people in there, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? And you may have but a nanosecond to think before you act. It doesn't matter who disrespects. Sticks and stones, man. Who cares about words? Walk away. Otherwise, you now know that it would literally cost all of $500 to get you out of jail. And no one is going to even pony up that much. So when you're out there in the free world, this is what you need to be thinking. If I do this, am I going to be able to afford $1,000, or is someone else going to pony up $1,000 for me? Because that, it just goes up. You understand? I'm not asking much from you. I want the public safe. That's it. And if you find yourself in a dilemma where someone has disrespected or called you a name, walk away. Do you understand? Your lawyer is asking for me to set you $1,000 bond. What do you say?
We'd be opposed to going on down 1,000 dredge. I think that 5,000 was appropriate, given that that's and they solve guard.
Your Honor, both my client and his wife are, I'm sorry, he's unemployed, and his wife is only a service, his wife is going to be posting this long. If you have 2 kids that have to provide for, then that's worth $100,000.
You have 2 kids. Well, how old are your kids, Mr. Crockett? Your kids are 4 and 2. Your 4-year-old is smarter than you think. When people ask him, where's your dad? What do you think he's telling people? You know, the apple never, ever falls far from the tree. So if you become one of those people that are in and out of jail, your kid will be the exact same way, because if they see that you do it, it's okay. It happens to daddy, because that's how they think subconsciously. They act, emulate, and will do exactly what you do, whether you like it or not. Do you understand? It doesn't matter whether you say, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that, I'm going to be a better dad, this, I'm going to do. Your kid will be like you, because that's what they see. How do we know? If we give him that we're not going to get a 3rd case. What do? How do we promote? You know, the other thing is this, is that you have 2 kids. If you are man enough to have a kid, then you are man enough to have a job. Why on God's green earth do you not have a job?
I've been trying to get a job, Judge. I lost my ID. Well, someone robbed me, stole my ID. So I wasn't able to get moved.
So does your life fall apart that you can't go get another freaking ID?
Honestly, just I've tried. I've been waiting 2 months before you come to the mail. Just had it.
You need to go to the DPS. You make an appointment and you go get your ID. You are not the queen or king of Houston where people are going to start giving you stuff. You go and you get it. So I will acquiesce on the condition that he has 2 weeks to bring back an ID here. That is the condition of your bond right now. The most important thing in your life is a JOB. Nothing else. Not your kids, not your wife, not your dog. Nothing else matters but you getting a job, because it will keep you off the streets and it will keep you out of trouble. Do you understand? You have 2 weeks to bring your.
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
It's okay.
I'll be on it.
Then he's got a week and a half. It doesn't take long to get an ID. You go, you make your appointment with DPS, bring a form of identification, and you get your ID. It would probably be a good idea, call first. Hey man, what do I need to do to get an ID? So you don't go up there twiddling your thumbs. Oh, I can't get it because I forgot this. Anticipate what they're going to need. Do you understand? I'm telling you now, Mr. Crockett, you have a week and a half to get your ID. Otherwise, I'm going to put you right back in. Stop. Do the right thing and be a man for those children so they don't become a statistic. Do you understand? A week and a half. So we'll set the bond at 1,001. I'll lower it and then pick a week and a half. He's got to be here. You're going to get drug tested as well. If you test positive for any weed, alcohol, anything illegal, likewise, you're going back in. Do you understand? So he's got at least 4 weeks from today, or from when we put him in last week. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, Your Honor.
So Vanessa,
Function,
sorry, just, you got the conditions, right? Oh, and no weapons, no going back to,
Crockett, correct?
Crockett, yeah, no going back. It was a dollar store, right?
You had those conditions, I think he had the random to his uncle on this.
Okay.
He had a GPS right to that.
Yeah, because he's got 2 cases now. Yeah, it can't hurt.
I'll just add the random.
Yeah, and then back in a week with, or week and a half with at least the ID. Okay, counsel, I'm sorry.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hi.
Approaching off docket very briefly, to file a motion under seal. May I approach?
Sure, of course. Okay, I'm going to grant your motion, counsel, and then we'll file it under seal. The order. Okay, great, wonderful. Good job. Okay, are you ready? Hi, good morning.
I'm here on Mr. Zachary, Mr. Fielder.
Fielder, okay. Do you get appointed? Okay,
Yes.
got it. Do you have an offer on the case?
I did see an offer.
Yes.
And by quick review, I believe everything was okay, and I just take a couple weeks to see that.
Yeah, what is is this something that you like, Fielder? This is the guy's second PR bond. Now it's over 200 days. So let him know that if he ever takes off again, it's going to go triple, no more PR bonds, please.
There was a 6-month deferred effective decision making gun safety class, RUAs, and drugs or alcohol to forfeit the weapon as well.
Okay. So we'll give you, 3 weeks, go through everything, come back and just let us know what you want to do. Okay. Yeah, no waived appearances, obviously, because it's so old, but, okay. All right. Thanks.
Anderson?
Counsel, you ready?
Yes.
Come on.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Here on Markel Jones for plea.
Okay. Jones, come up.
Tyler Anderson.
Mr. Jones, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're off you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand something very important today, that this now will reflect as a conviction on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Every time you get pulled over, officers will see this DWI. If they smell alcohol on you, if they smell dope, how do you think it's going to go? Probably not very well, because they're going to see a prior DWI. So if I were you, for the rest of your life, if you have anything, just don't get into a car. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. One day you're going to come back. It may not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be next week, but you're going to kick yourself for not completing this thing, because you could have gotten this thing dismissed. And now it's going to reflect as a conviction. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck, guys. Thanks. We'll waive the fee.
Mr. Jones, can I take this one down? First one is election, so you can go
Yeah.
ahead.
Sorry, Joseph. We'll hit you next. Yes, Brad. Good morning, Miss Luna. Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 180 days in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 9 days in jail, credit for the 4 days that you've done. Is this how you understand the agreement? You were giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You also give up the right to appeal. You will now be looking at a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes,
Do you still want to do this?
yes,
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow this agreement. It looks like he picked up another one, so the other one's going to be dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor, that's our agreement with the state.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you, Mr. Luna.
Thank you, Lord.
Take care, man.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll file it.
You are Mr. Calderon.
Yes.
Sir, you're charged with two cases. You were charged with a game room violation, specifically not allowing a law enforcement officer to inspect the said game room. That is a Class A misdemeanor. You're also charged with evading arrest or detention. That is also a Class A. On both of those, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Undercover investigation from February 25th, 2026 through March 27th, 2026 at the Royal Cafe Game Room. Quote, 8-liner video gambling devices were seen at the location. Undercover officers went in the location on both February 25th and March 20th, 2026. One of the officers played on a video gambling device inside the premises and received payouts in excess of $5 after the video gambling device allowed her to win more than 10 times on a single bet. A search warrant signed and executed on March 27th, 2026. Defendant was on scene inside the Royal Cafe game room. Defendant admitted to working at the establishment as a security guard for 4 months. Defendant monitors who comes in and out of the location. Defendant fled from the location, was found approximately 0.3 miles from the game room at the entrance of a neighborhood. Defendant stated that he observed the police at the front door and did not open the door, leaving the door locked. He instead ran into the game room and advised the game room employees that the police were knocking and trying to get in. Defendant then ran out of the back door, instead fleeing the scene. Defendant and several patrons were seen running out the back door of the location. Uniformed officers gave commands for everyone to stop, but the defendant continued to run, jumping a fence and running across FM 529. Royal Cafe Game Room did not have a gambling permit on the date of the search warrant execution.
When the cops went up to the front door, did they show the search warrant? Or did they just demand entry?
The DIMS, Your Honor, says during the execution of the search warrant, the defendant was on scene inside the game room, admitted to working, fled the scene, was knocking.
I think that's important. So
I agree.
I would look it up and just, I'll give you a little bit of time. I'm going to find it for now. And then if you find something differently, just come back and let me know. And we can have another probable cause hearing. They're saying they executed it, just do your diligence. Mr. Calderon, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm not putting any conditions on your bond now. Just be careful. Do not pick up any new cases and don't be a danger to my community. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you there, they may very well put a detainer on you and you may be there for a very long time. Do you understand? If you pick up any new cases, no more PR bonds for you. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with him, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games, then likewise, I will revoke your bond. If I have to put you in jail for one reason or the other, there are no more PR bonds. This is not a revolving door. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will just have you sign your reset and you guys are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Fernandez.
All right, Judge, he also has page 5, Benitez. Come on up.
Is this the same thing? No, different.
No, there's the.
Got it, all right. Ma'am, you are charged with the offense of prostitution. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Okay.
On May 6th in Harris County, officer working device unit HPD conducted an undercover investigation at Glamour Girls Strip Club on Hempstead Road. Hempstead. At some point during the conversation, the defendant agreed to perform sex with a fee of $300.
Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. As a condition, you're ordered not to participate in like-kind behavior. Otherwise, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. Do you understand, ma'am? I'm going to have you sign a reset. We will have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. Once you sign them, at that point, you'll be free to go, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. She's quick, buddy.
This one just said no citation, so he's free.
Are you ready?
She's.
Are you ready? Come on. Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Hey, so,
I'm approaching on Chelsea Edwards. PTO, we had a PTI agreement, Your Honor.
okay,
Everything is paid. She's paid. She has an appointment today at 10 o'clock to get her in.
and you want to roll it till tomorrow? You want to roll it till tomorrow? And assuming she goes, I'll waive the appearance?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll just.
Yeah, just let her know.
Thank you.
Okay, for sure. Owen,
Can you hear me, Judge?
I got you now.
Okay. Judge, I have on your docket this morning, Alvarado.
What's the last name?
Alvarado.
Alvarado.
It is a bond violation, Judge. You added this to the docket. I'm in Fort Bend County this morning, or I would be there, but I have to be in Fort Bend County. I have had a conversation with Mr. Alvarado. The basis of the bond violation report is missed tests. He's
Okay.
been skipping tests, allegedly.
So Owen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a scram on his ankle today. Any further violations, he'll go to jail.
Understood, Judge.
Okay.
I can't come in, or I would, but
Don't worry about it. You're fine. That's why we have it.
all right.
Now, let me make sure he's here.
He should be there.
He's here.
So Judge, she was sent for a drug test, he came out negative, and still we had to scrap the box.
Oh, he's got,
Equal.
I see 14 skip tests. How is that possible? On Alvarado. Alvarado, yeah.
But the only one not for the go is the HA.
Oh, it's a J, not the one with L.
Yes. Oh, yes. What was the last one? Okay, you want to call it?
Hey, Tori?
Sign just a minute.
We have quite a number of coachings that have like a lot of reset. On the ones that have more than 3, let's just skip it. I don't need. You know?
Judge, can I address one issue?
competence in two cases.
No, no. Did I split no PC?
Yes, I'll put a note on there.
Crap.
I don't think that they do.
It's in ready for activities? Okay. Did I do it on both of them?
No, there's someone ending in 6604 and they put a note on it. Because this is no piece of official.
Thank you for catching it. Victoria, I have Owen here on Alvarado. I'm amending the bond conditions to put a scram on today. Yeah, no, I guess take it off. There's no need to have a.
Judge,
You originally had 624.
You want to keep 624?
yes, Judge, that's fine. Can you do county pay on that scram device? He's
I always
showing me
do
that's
it.
gonna-
I always do.
All right,
Owen.
thank you, Judge. Appreciate
Okay,
that.
man. Have
That's gonna
fun.
be a heavy burden for him. He's young. Thank you, Judge.
Okay,
All right,
bye.
thank you.
Ready?
Your Honor, the state has graciously agreed to roll this one more day for two reasons. One, to resolve the passport issue, the secondary passport issue, and two, to make sure whether or not the family, if the bond is set, will be able to post the bond. Otherwise,
You can roll it 2 days, 5 days, but the only problem is she's not earning any credit. She's refused.
fully explain that to Your Honor.
She still wants to keep the refusal?
At this point, yes, because if she,
If she has to withdraw it again, and at some point when the transport company
Oh.
spoke, that I object to it for the.
Okay, it's up to you, Val. I mean,
to
it's,
see if they can be able to make it, the husband is on a plane on the way back right now, so we're able to get in touch with them to see whether or not the family will be able to raise the $50,000 because they're aware of the implications.
yeah,
And
Okay.
then when they get to New Jersey, they're probably gonna have to post a
Another
report there
right.
and hire an attorney there, so it's in fact, girl. Right.
I mean, it's a high amount, Val, and it's, okay, all right.
No, you're right, you're right.
I mean, it's-
Last time I had one of these with you, I was very surprised that they were able to raise
You never know.
the bond.
You never know. Right. Okay, thanks, Val.
You still have to know. You put some.
Ready?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Hey.
I'm perfectly. Well, plea on guilty actor.
So this is a straight.
So we're gonna give you the
Mr. Kilpatrick, you're charged with cruelty to animals. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. The agreement you have worked out is 1 year in Harris County Jail. It will be probated for 18 months. As a part of this probation, you will be required to do an animal cruelty course, no drugs, no alcohol, 25 hours of community service, and no,
Only 25 hours of community service, the chief is waiving that because of his medical conditions.
you're okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, all right, so understand, Mr. Kilpatrick, that this will now reflect as a conviction on your record. What that means is that you're now facing a minimum of 90 days in jail if you pick up any more of these cases.
Yes,
Do you understand?
I understand, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, it's over until you complete this successfully or it gets revoked. If you do something to violate this agreement, like testing positive for alcohol, doing illegal drugs, having any kind of animals, we issue a warrant for your arrest,
Yes.
put you in jail, bring you out, and we will have a hearing to determine if you violated this agreement. If you do, you were looking at a year in jail.
Yes,
Do you understand?
I understand. sir.
Communication is absolutely the most important thing. If you blow these probation officers off, it's an instant warrant. All they're asking is for you to stay in communication,
Yes,
don't
sir.
use illegal drugs or alcohol, and don't have any animals. That's it.
Yes,
In the
sir.
one class.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow this agreement, waive the fees. Mr. Kilpatrick, if you do well, after half the time,
I understand that.
I will let you report via Zoom so you don't have to go to the actual courthouse every single month.
Yes,
But we got to know that you're doing well and we have to be able to trust you.
yes, sir.
And it builds slowly
I
and steadily.
understand, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you,
Take
sir.
care.
God bless
Thank
you.
You too.
You can step over here.
Ma'am?
You can step over here.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna give you a right after one more time.
Okay, all right, Colin?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
You over touch? Okay, you're good. Thank you. Take care.
Good morning, Judge Mayor.
Yes. Hi. Good morning, Lisa. Okay.
First name Caleb.
Beautiful, lady.
Yes.
Hawkins, come up.
Yeah.
Mr. Hawkins, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you a deferred adjudication, which is a type of probation that if you complete successfully, there's no conviction.
This is a critical moment for Mr. Hawkins. He's charged with assault bodily injury, a misdemeanor, and he's being offered a deferred adjudication. That means if he completes probation successfully, there's no conviction on his record. But here's the catch. He's already on felony probation upstairs. The judge warns him bluntly, if you violate this agreement, you're looking at a year in jail. But you're also probably in violation of the probation you're on upstairs. And up there, you're looking at up to 10 years in prison. 10 years. For a misdemeanor violation. That's the domino effect of probation. One mistake, one mistest, one contact with the wrong person, one positive drug screen, and suddenly you're not just facing a few months in county jail. You're facing a decade in state prison. The judge tells him, prison is not a fun place. When you end up with a felony conviction, it closes so many doors. You become unemployable. You lose so many rights. You can't own a gun. You can't vote. It's incredible. Hawkins has a chance to turn his life around. But the margin for error is 0.
There's no conviction, but you need to understand you give up nearly every right known to man entering into this agreement. If you violate this agreement, you are looking at a year in jail. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You need to also understand if you violate this, then you're probably in violation of the probation that you're on upstairs. And up there, you're looking at up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Sir.
Prison is not a fun place. Not only that, when you end up with a felony conviction, Mr. Hawkins, it closes so many doors. It's unreal. You become unemployable. No one hires convicted felons. You lose so many rights. You can't own a gun. You can't vote. It's incredible. Do you understand? You need to do everything in your power. And if it means not hanging out with the same people, then don't hang out with those people. They're not on felony and misdemeanor probation. For you to complete this successfully, you must do a thinking for a change. Which one?
I'm not sure, just a thinking for a change.
It's typically the long run in jail.
Okay. It's probably a good idea because he's now within the next, or within the last, what? 6 months, we have 3 cases, 2 of them being felonies.
Yes, sir.
You must do a thinking for a change. 10-hour anger management class. No drugs, alcohol, random testing.
Thank you.
So who is the complaining witness in this case?
So, sorry, this is following the past.
Yeah.
Seems like the complainant was an acquaintance, somebody.
Do they want contact or no contact?
They went to school together, they no longer go to school together, there's, even changes in no contact.
Right. So from now on, don't just put no threatening, harassing. If there's no contact, but no context, so everybody's please on the same page, you know? So there's no contact with Mr. Aguilera and restitution in the amount of $476.25. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of assault, bodily injury? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm sorry, I'm not going to find you guilty. I will withhold that for 1 year. You must do things on time. And probably the most important thing, Mr. Hawkins, is do not use illegal drugs. This includes marijuana. Don't hang around with bad people because it's not going to help. Do you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right? I gave him his warnings, didn't I already? Did I give him the warnings
I think
already?
you said you give up a lot of stuff, but I don't.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You also give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you're stuck with this until you either complete it or it gets revoked. If you do something to violate this agreement, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. We will have a hearing to determine if you violated this agreement. If you do, you're looking at a year in jail. Also, no weapons. So tell me, what are you doing with yourself, Mr. Hawkins?
On the school learning.
Are you in high school? Okay, must faithfully graduate. And then either in college, or are you in your senior year now, or what year are you in? And then, so what are you going to do for the rest of your life? What are your plans?
I'm cutting here.
You're cutting hair. Is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? Great. And it can be, you know, open up your own shop, go little by little, start small, don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't get 1,000 things to try to make it as fancy as possible. Start slow, build yourself up. If you're honest, you work hard, the world's your oyster. Anything can happen. That's what's so great about this country. But if you start racking up all these convictions, you think people are going to come to you? No. Do well. If you do well, and half the time, if you've done everything and you don't test positive, I'll take you off in half the time as a reward. You can be done in 6 months if you kick butt on this thing, all right? All right, waive his fees. All right, good luck, Mr. Hawkins. You got this, man.
So do you want to start CJ?
Yeah.
Thanks. Top of one, Acosta, come on up.
Other way. Mr. Acosta, do you speak English, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a lawyer? Tell me what you're doing about that. Why? What bills do you, how old are you, sir? What bills do you have to pay? Who do you live with? I need you to fill out an application and I want you to be completely honest with me. If you try to put zeros, I'm going to send it right back to you. You understand? Deputy Williams will give you an application, then I'll take a look. Everything filled out honestly. You understand? All right.
Top of four, Anaya, the board.
We can just do another two, okay? It was denied already. Etch.
Bottom of four, Arteta, come on up.
Good morning, sir.
More.
Do you have a lawyer?
No, sir.
Tell me what you're doing about that, sir.
Well, I recently started working,
Great. We will stop. We will give you more time. I'm going to have you head on over. There's a gajillion and one lawyers in Harris County. It's a matter of you finding one like a shoe. Don't go to Gucci. Don't go to Fendi. Don't go to Louis Vuitton. Go to Payless if you need to. There's a gajillion and one. 99% of them will put you on a payment plan. If you ask, a couple $100 a month, they'll represent you. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
You are now working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your 6th case. It's time to put your big boy pants on and go find a lawyer. We will give you time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Head on over there.
All right, Judge, next is, go ahead and sign for your visa. Page 8, Dawkins, come on up.
Morning, Mr. Dawkins.
How you doing?
Do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir.
Tell me what you've been doing about that.
I called 8 like you said, but.
All right, here you go, here's my
You
job.
messing with me. You messing with me.
Okay, so you might need to call another 8. You may need to call another 10. Stop. Bring me proof. I want proof of what you're doing, who you've talked to, and what they're charging, and we'll go from there. Head on over. We'll give you another reset, Mr. Dawkins.
All right, go ahead and sign. Page 9, Edwards. Bottom of 9, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Edwards. Do you have a lawyer? Tell me what you're doing about that. Why can't you afford one? You just what?
Here you go, here's my bill.
So tell me, how are you supporting yourself? You're what? Okay. So how are you going to support yourself? Because you can't live on the savings forever unless you have a lot of money. I mean, so how much money are you making a month? I didn't ask you whether it's enough or not enough. I asked you, how much are you making a month? Okay, can you give him an application, please? I need you to fill out an application. I need you to be honest. I need to know how much you're making a month. I need to know how much money you have in the bank. I need to know who you live with, whether that person, or I'm not asking you to answer me now. I'm telling you what I need on the application, and then I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I need to know how much money you have going out as well, and we'll take a look to see whether you qualify. That is not, so understand, this is not a revolving door where every time you pick something up, you get another 8 after 8, 9, 10. It's not like that. You know, the object is here. Something happens, we learn from things. This is not something that is a continual, you understand? Please.
Page 11, Fuentes. Let him sign here.
Good morning, Mr. Fuentes. Do you have a lawyer today?
He hasn't showed up, though. I'll take you.
Just stop. Hang tight. We'll wait for them to get here. Just please take a seat.
Thank you.
You're safe. Counsel, you ready?
May we approach?
Please.
We're focusing on Jamie Rojas.
Okay,
Would you like him to come up, Governor? You
Nope.
asked him to return, and
what's Mr. Rojas doing now?
still looking for a job. He's been doing some like yard work and some other small things with people he knows. But right now I'm getting a connection with a social worker so that we can get him an identification. Again.
Great, we'll give you 2 weeks.
Yes.
He's got to have it back when he gets here, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
At a minimum, the ID, so we know, so he can start looking.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
And is that like actually the idea or the appointment? Because I know sometimes.
Not at the appointment, no, because it can take 2 seconds to make an appointment. Really, just go online, make an appointment.
Oh, certain.
Or
I
go
just know
there.
that sometimes they put them off more than 2 weeks. When I lost.
At least bring me proof of the
Yes, sir.
appointment,
That's what I
then
would-
we're happy with that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Yes, sir, please.
And there you have it. A marathon session in a Texas courtroom where judge after judge delivered the same message. Accountability is not optional. Mr. Mazeyes learned that flipping off the judge is a fast track to contempt. Mr. Gaunt learned that a third DWI means 2 monitoring devices and 0 tolerance. Miss Yakubu learned that fleeing a 600,000 fraud chargito Nigerias and ton option when theaji hold sayo Yurpa sports. Mr. Crocodile learned that being gafather means getting gojib. And that starts with a 600,000 fraud chargito Nigerias and ton option when theaji hold sayo Yurpa sports. Mr. Crocodile learned that being gafather means getting gojib. And that starts with a 10 ID card. And Mr. Hawkins learned that a misdemeanor probation violation could send him to prison for a decade. The broader implication here is crucial. Whether you're facing a simple theft or a multi-state fraud investigation, the judge's job is to protect the community. And when you test their patience, by lying, by failing to appear, by disrespecting the court, they will use every tool available to hold you accountable. If you found this case breakdown as eye-opening as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. We'll see you in the next session.